Dear Father, Mother God, we thank you for allowing us to be channels of light, love, and healing. We ask that all energy as it flows through Hannah and myself today be grounded in Mother Earth, for she is the living healer. We call on our guides and our angels to speak through us now. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, all that is.
Good
Hi, Hannah.
morning.
I don't know what happened to my voice, um, but the wives' tale is that if your voice gets cloudy like this, Spirit is speaking through you. Okay, so I guess they needed to come in. Anyway, tell us about Moldavite.
Well, I wanted to feature Moldavite today because it's such a fun stone with so many different beautiful and elegant properties to it. But first and foremost, Moldavite is actually a tektite from the Czech Republic. So it's not necessarily a crystal, but it does classify as a gemstone. So what a tektite is when a meteorite collides to the Earth, which happened to be in the Czech Republic, creates a glass or tektite as we know as Moldavite. Um, Moldavite is the rarest form of tektite, and we actually have them that form all around the world, but Moldavite's the one that's very special, one location in the world in 15 million years, which is super fun.
And it's very rare, okay?
Yes.
And we've noticed that there's less and less of it available. So there's some kind of thing where they changed requirements and they're not allowed to mine it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only exporting out so many pieces
Right.
per year.
Right.
So it is an investment piece, but if it's so collectible and there's not so much out there, it's definitely a prized possession to have a part of your collection.
Yeah, and we've had some of it for a while, so we bought it at really good prices.
Mm.
So and so you're getting a stone, but it's from outer space rather than from in the earth. Okay, and it's really special.
And the Center for the New Age team, whether it's the psychics, the store staff, we love working with it. You'll find a lot of us actually wearing it. It's prized for its protective properties and for its psychic abilities. But I wanted to point out a piece up close. You can see it's a really gorgeous dark green color. And it has the glassiness to it where you can see that beautiful color that comes through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's really lovely and why this stone is so prized is because the realms that it can connect to, the possibilities are infinite. Moldavite being able to connect to outer space, starseed, Palladian, Octarian, all the way to archangels, shamanic, or even Akashic fields. Super, super prized for that connection. And we have them in both silver, gold, yan.
Look at this. These are beautiful. These are yawns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these are, of course, handmade, one of a kind pieces, and they're just gorgeous. And then even have a Momo here with an
Mm-hmm.
um, octopus.
Octopus. And
Momo's the original octopussy. Uh, but anyway, I learned. I have a story about the octopus. When they multiply,
mm-hmm.
they're afraid that the female's going to kill them.
Oh no.
So they throw their penis at the female so she can inseminate
Oh
herself.
my gosh, get
That's
away.
too much information, right? Anyway, but it's they're a special animal. But and then we have these little.
These are the astronauts. These are from one of our outer space vendors. So this is an example of two variations of meteorites. So we wanted to have these out to show you what the formation that causes the moldavite. And again, channeling the outer space energy with the astronaut is super fun.
and
And these are
it's
pendants.
and they're so cute.
But speaking of the Moldavite's energy of connecting to multiple realms, it's highly sought after as the stone of transformation. So, in order to connect to your psychic abilities, you need to shed the rest of ego or trauma. So, this actually brings forth things that are harboring to light to know how to practice and get through and kind of deal with the shadow side of things.
Yeah, and you'll notice when you're wearing it, it has a very special energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the bracelet I have on here, this is we've had this for a while. This is a yarn piece, and it's got amber, which is really good for travel. I'm going to be traveling this week, so I might be wearing this too. And then it has the polished
Mm-hmm.
Moldavite, and it's just really beautiful. And I'm thinking we've had this one for a while.
Yeah,
We could probably do 30% off.
I think that's going to be a great deal for this piece,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, it is. It is. It's originally it's 879, but we can do 30% off. And of course it's all sterling silver.
Mm-hmm.
And
And polished Moldavite's not very popular
right, we don't
either.
have a lot of it.
So when we do get them, they're really, really fun pieces. We do also have the polished Moldavite in rings, a few of our 18 karat gold pendants as we make our way through.
And these wrappings are really so done so well.
And so you can see we have an extensive collection. And why I believe everybody should have at least one small piece in their
Right,
collection
right.
is it's a great stone for protection. The belief is it protects against psychic attack, entity attachment, because you're at the highest vibrational level. So that way you rise above lower frequencies.
You really do feel it. You really feel your frequency increasing.
And this is a fun one to give to beginners, like just to touch and hold. You physically feel the energy from Moldavite if you're not very sensitive. You can feel sometimes a heat or coolness. Some people record and even say that they feel a heartbeat sensation or even just a rush of energy through their body.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun.
And we have these little tiny pieces too. These are like $49, but um, so it's affordable.
It
It's
is.
very affordable. How much are these pieces?
These ones, Moldavite is priced by weight. So Moldavite is about $50 a gram. So you can get a decent sized piece. This is probably going to be half a gram to about a 4 or 5 gram piece. So again, it is affordable. It just depends on what sizing that you're
Yeah, and
going
you can
with.
wrap it yourself or have it wrapped. And although we have some gorgeous wrapped pieces.
Now, I do want to point out the two different structures of Moldavite, which is really cool. Most people are classically familiar with what I call like more of the bubbly dogtooth structure of Moldavite. This is the classic variation that you see. So the meteorite impacted, the sand slowly melted, creating this bubbly effect. However, you do get these kind of elongated, smooth pieces every so often with the Moldavite. This is from the impact of the meteorite hitting the ground. The molten sand flings up, elongating as it cools in the air, giving it a slightly different structure. So you actually
Mm-hmm.
get a little bit of the story of each Moldavite and where you can kind of guess where the location of the formation was.
Yeah, we have some beautiful bracelets. These are very popular right now. The
The bangles.
bangles, yeah. And this one has tektite and Moldavite, correct?
Mm-hmm. So we have some really fun ones. And I do want to touch base on the pendants over here. Moldavite is also a stone that's classic. It loves to be partnered with other crystals. Classically, amber Moldavite is a really great partner, opal and Moldavite, but your classic partnering would be your Herkimer diamond and your Moldavites together, as it really helps channel the direction of where the energy of manifestation is going to go and the transformation of the releasal process. But it's really fun to play with partnering Moldavite with other crystals to either amplify, ground, or just kind of integrate the stone's wisdom.
What is this?
This is an abalone shell, classically used for smudging. It's actually a seashell that's been polished. That's the classic rainbow formation. It's classically used for transmutation. So
Yeah.
partnering that with the Moldavite's transformative properties, absolutely
And there's a
amazing.
little druzy here too.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very nice bracelet.
But Moldavite's a fun one. If anybody wants to work with them, it's a stone for anyone. Some people can continuously work with it, whereas to others, it's something you want to work with, put away, and integrate. But it would be a really fun piece for you to invest in just to see what the experience is like for you personally.
Yeah, how about the book?
And in order to expand your knowledge on the Book of Moldavite, we do have this written literature written by Robert Simmons. He is super, super wonderful at giving you the background and history of Moldavite, um, how it aligns with the different planets, outer space energy, all the way to the the meaning of how Moldavite aligns with the Holy Grail and how it's one of the most sought after energies, and everything in between of how to work with it, use it, take care of it. So we do have an extensive book collection as well, but specifically on the Moldavite. These are great written materials for it as well.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really important to know um, what you're getting, because since Moldavite has become so rare, I've found out there are fake Moldavite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have to really know what you're doing, and so we really know what we're doing, and we can
Mm-hmm.
assure you that ours is 100% real Moldavite. But I've noticed sometimes when I go to the shows, I'll pick something up and go, "Oh no, this is not real."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so so you can tell the energy, or we can tell the energy, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully you can too. Um, so be very careful with the Moldavite you're buying. We have the best prices. We have the best selection.
Mm-hmm.
You can call us, and we don't have all these on our website, but you can call us and we'll guide you through the piece that's the best for you.
I love it. We'll intuitively select for you.
Yeah. Okay. So have a great week out there. It's very spring like weather here in Sedona. And namaste.